My name's Lewis Tyler, Managing Editor of International Fire and Safety Journal and Fire Safety Journal Americas. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Ryan Fogelman. How are you?
What's up? Lewis Tyler, how are you?
Yeah,
it's great to see you as always. And
good.
Thank you for coming across the pond and seeing us over here in our good old Las Vegas. You know, we love it here.
Yeah, first time at NFPA. How are you finding it? Busy?
This is not my first time. It's your first time, I bet, right? I've been here for a number of years. I will tell you that the first night's always an amazing night. There's some really cool people, and I think it's good to see everybody, see all the colleagues and everybody that we work with. It's freaking amazing. I love this place.
Now, I know
we are celebrating Sparky's 75th anniversary. So just so you know, we have a book coming out, a children's book with Sparky in it. So it's happy to celebrate his birthday with the rest of you.
Well, let's get a plug in for that, and let's try and I think I might try and get a copy for my kids. But
nice, supercharged.
Supercharged. Now, I know one of the main things we really wanted to discuss was the FM approval,
100%.
Which is a huge thing for you, a huge thing for the industry. Just talk us through that, really, what it means.
So I think for a system like ours, a lot of folks have gone down the path of automated detection and automated turrets, right? So like the reality is that there's a reason why a system like Fire Rover, which we're the only FM approved smart monitor in the world, works different and better, right? The first thing is we detect earlier than early detection systems, right? We use the same FLIR cameras, we use the same optical flame detectors, but we don't have to dumb down our system because we have human operators that will look at and verify whether it's a real fire event or not. So as we look for these symptoms, we actually can see 45,000 symptoms for 9 catches, where an automated system, when you dumb it down, you're literally desensitizing it, right? So we're catching them 10 minutes earlier. Then we've set that tripwire as early in the process as possible. And once we've caught it, now we are managing the incident. So between those 6 and 10 minutes, we're verifying, we're making sure everything's going okay. We're working and coordinating with the fire department, with the person on scene. We're making sure that everything's going right, and most importantly is that if there's 2 or 3 turrets or nozzles that need sprayed, we have 3 different teams spraying all those different fires. They're all different fires from different fire events, right? So it really has been a transformation, and the FM certification has really been kind of the end of a long 10-year journey.
Well, it's funny you say that because I interviewed you, I think 6 years ago now, a long time ago. A lot's changed for you since then, so as you say, it's been a long journey leading up to this FM approval. Mm-hmm. It's an obvious answer, I suppose, but is this a huge moment for the industry, not just Fire Rover, but for the industry?
I mean, again, if you're talking about the waste and recycling industry versus the fire industry, I think it's big for both, right? I think, I think what's really important is a couple things, right? One, we got the FM approval as a primary system, but we didn't have a data sheet. Now we have a data sheet. That's really the most exciting part of this. We got that about a month ago, and it is for our system in lieu of sprinkler heads, right? So we are still a sprinkler system, and sprinkler companies, we don't lay pipe when we're putting, our systems in. So basically a sprinkler company comes in and they'll put us in lieu of sprinkler heads. What's nice about that is that we've only had 2 catastrophic losses in 10 years. We have over 900 facilities that we protect. We have over 200 where we do primary. And we put out 473 fires last year. We're on pace to put out 3 to 6 a day, basically, at this point. So what's really nice is that the FM approval has come out and specifically said that you are allowed to use us on tip floors, bunker operations, baling operations, and bale storage of paper indoors and outdoors, and automated retrieval warehouses. So they've specifically come in and said, yes, you guys were great, but no one knew on what. Now we're great on specific things, and then we're working towards a number of other applications, hangars, tank fires, tank farms, and all those different pieces. So it's really been exciting.
That brings me on to my final question then. What next for Fire Rover? And I'm assuming from what you've just said there, it's expanding the applications, the end use cases, and that's hangars, etc.
Well, I think, we started in an unregulated industry, right? So that's what allowed us to prove that we're good. Then we go into FM and we basically prove it in a lab, right? Most folks have to start in a lab and go into an industry. We were able to do the opposite, which was really nice. I think most importantly now is, what are all those other applications? We're really good in 2 types of scenarios. One is when you have an inherent risk of fire and there's a lot of activity. So a tip floor, you have a forklift and you have someone moving and you have all these things. The other is when you have such a big fire that you don't want firefighters fighting it. So think about tank farms, right? At the end of the day, if you have a tank farm fire, the fire department and the first responder should be as far away as possible. If you have a remote system, an automated system, remotely monitored, you're still doing one at a time. And just like a first-person shooter game, you only have one angle. So you can't have 15 different angles, but expect to scale it and expect to be doing a great job on all of them. But we're able to do all those. So really, it's the inherent risk of fire in your operations, and it's when you have such a big fire, we can see through smoke, we can see through darkness, we can protect the firefighters, and we can allow them to be from far enough away that we're all protected, but we're still fighting the fire from a directed heat perspective, right? So again, I think that's probably the most exciting thing and the biggest innovation for the industry.
And more to look forward to. Ryan,
awesome, dude. I appreciate
it.
Thank you so much for coming. And
Good to meet you.
Thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it.